be live from Boise, Idaho. This is your motivational, sensational, inspirational, educational, aspirational, international, keenly awaited, daily created, highly anticipated edition of the Afternoon Swing Trading Floor with your humble host, Jeremy Alexander Newsom, and my boy, Robert Falco
in the building.
Woo! Dr. Falcone and the Doctor of the Candlesticks, getting your medical degree in awesomeness. That's what this guy does. Folks, we are here for Transportation Thursday. How are each and every one of you doing on this wonderful day? Jay says, Jeremy, you sound well rested. Bro, I got like all kinds of sleep last night, at least 4 hours. It was good. Feeling nice. Mike, what's going on? Albert says, good afternoon. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm going to bring this over here. Good. Okay. Hi, all. Love it. Sam says, I think your beard... I think your beard has grown since this morning. I love it. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do some stocks, and then I'm going to part ways. We're going to go back and forth and look at some of the stocks because he's right here. And
we are.
Why not? Tag team it up, dude. You're going to get both. You're going to get two moderators for today. But I do want to find out the stocks we're going to talk about. So hold on one second. I did not know what stocks we're going to talk about today. I did not memorize those. So let me just bring that up. Perfect. Okay, got it. All right, so here we go. SPY first on the list. Whew, I do not like that upgrade. Oh, that's just horrible. Every single time it does it, man, oh man, we got to get that fixed. Okay, so SPY today. Honestly, team, we ended pretty strong. I like this overall movement on the SPY. So we have a decent close. I love the fact that we closed above this candle. We are kind of working on breaking out, and this is not a bad deal. What I would love to see, and I kind of expect just a few days of choppiness, like sideways action. Tomorrow could be a little bearish. Monday, Tuesday could be a little bearish, but I think next week we're going to get some poppage. We talked about just a few days ago that most likely we're going to get a nice bullish move or bearish move in the near future. Now, if you are a fan of astrophysics, my friends, it's here. The moon phase. We got ourselves a ginormous, gorgeous full moon. So if you're buying, this is where, and I like it. The overall moving averages, trend charts, everything is looking pretty cute. I kind of dig it. And my overall plan at this point is just to kind of continue to be in long for the next few days. I won't freak out if we get some selling tomorrow. Qs, whoo, man, that is nice. The Qs are beautiful. You got to close above all this, all of this. Now, this is a retest gap. So if we go into the hourly chart, we turn the extended hours off. This is a retest gap. So you got to expect potentially a little bit more retestability. We still have a double bottom down here that hasn't been fully retested. So just know if we get one of these, don't wig out. All right. Do not wig out. DJ says, I'm really waiting for the moon phase live seminar. LOL. We talked about it.
We talked about the video this morning.
I just got to figure out how to do it. I don't want to do it cheesy, but I want to do it good. I'm trying to figure that out, but it's not hard. Buy at the full moon, sell at the new moon.
There was a giant moon this morning.
Whew, it was so big. It was so big. So I'm loving it.
Jay's howling right now.
So I love the Qs. That's beautiful. Here's the IWM.
Ooh, look at that candle closing above that high wave.
I heard you had some shares of this.
I have a little bit of IWM.
Okay. So Falco has a little bit of IWM. I kind of dig it. Long terms have crossed. We bounce off of those. 100 Morningstar reversal looking good. I like it, team. So overall markets, let them go higher. Sam says, y'all were checking out the moon together this morning. We were, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. I just realized, are these your charts or my charts?
These are mine.
Ooh, I like this.
Yeah.
So these are Robert's charts. I was I feel like this triangle. Does this look strong to anyone else, or is it just me? Now, I do want to share with you the second worst day trade I've had since August. You guys ready for the most brutal thing? Type it a 2 if you're ready for the most brutal. I mean, just absolute savagery that we've seen in a long time. Okay, here it goes. Now, if you're thinking to yourself as you look at this chart, and you're like, okay, so they,
damn, they crushed it.
yeah, like, look, wow, they got in and they're just making tons of money. Or you think that, hey, maybe we set this trade up over here. We didn't get filled on the pullback. All right, so here's what happened. We set this trade up here because why not? I mean, look at it. It had everything. Full disclosure, my man here was like, time to go long on Tesla, double bottom, volume, candle, VWAP, everything.
Yeah.
And I said, everything, Robert? He says, everything. So we got to close with the VWAP. All looks good. And I come up with a genius entry of 43,708. Now, why was it not 43.7 anything above 08? I'm not sure. Trying to figure that out. It's not even halfway into the candle. It's like 57% of the candle. Next candle that comes in. I mean, so far we missed it by 12 cents. So you got to be thinking to yourself, all right, well, it's definitely going to fill. Okay. Next candle that comes in. Now, if you're reading the number 43.710, and you're thinking to yourself, well, there's no way it's not going to miss. Right? I mean, oh, no, it did. It did. That was the absolute low, was 437.10. We missed it by 2 pennies. Absolute diabolical.
Brutal.
Horrific. So that's Tesla. And anyway, long story short, really, really, really great gap. If I go back in time to yesterday when we talked about Tesla, 2-3 days ago, we mentioned that Tesla, type of 6, if you guys remember kind of what we were discussing on Tesla here. So we were talking about these could be a flag pattern. If we close above the high of these 2 candles, it would be very strong, right? Close above the high of these 2 candles, really, really, really powerful. But what did happen the next day? Is that a close above those 2 candles? What do you think? It is. So, awesome. Next candle, we gap above the high of this candle. We gap above the high of these candles. We gap above the high of this candle. It's everything on a retest gap. Boom, perfect. In. Let's go Tesla. So from here, team, my assumption is be long. I have shares. I have call options. I'm in it.
You bought more today. I heard ding, ding, ding. I'm like, what are you buying? Oh, more Tesla.
I bought more Tesla. So I have more $500 March calls. I'm in it. So if it keeps going, let's just keep smiling. That's it. Next on the list, your boy Robert's going to look at Edward Snowden.
So Edward Snowden, this company is trading at just an astronomical price to sales. However, you do have the baby 10 EMA being born, and it does look like we have.
Oh yeah, I should move that over.
It's all right. Does look like we have a potential of a double bottom here. Here's your neckline retest today. So if you are buying off this 10 and what appears to be a neckline retest of this double bottom for this to go higher, it looks all right. I don't think I personally want to trade this one because it could gap through any stop. So if you're using a stop on snow, I would make sure it's far away and not like really close. Like I wouldn't go right under this candle or right under this because you never know what kind of news could come through and cause this one to gap. But that would be my setup is you're probably getting filled today. If you're waiting for confirmation, then I think you want a close back above this upper wick, which is also right above that candle right there. And then you can take it long. I don't think you can short this one. I'm not sure if they have options yet. Let's take a look. See.
Oh.
Snow. Oh.
Yep, they got them.
Yeah, they do. They do have options on snow, so you can play it either way. So that's my thoughts on snow.
Beautiful. Thank you, my friend. Next on the list is Crmd. What is this company? No idea. Whoo! Wow. Oh my goodness. That is a beautiful S-curve, phenomenal gap. Look at this volume. Look at this hammer, followed by this hammer, followed by an inside hammer, followed by a morning star.
I feel like if you zoom out, this thing came down from like 100 million.
Okay, let's find out. Well, the middle finger pattern.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, I wouldn't disagree that it's in a little bit of a downtrend, but I do like that double bottom. I love it. I would have taken this trade for sure. I feel like I would have. Long-term moving averages are good. We can still take this trade. I haven't planned it, so I need to plan it for 18 hours in advance. I love the fact that my boy has the same ones here. Ooh, the shortcut. I don't know how to use the shortcut. Sorry. Entry stop limit. And I'm just going to plan this one. So we're going to look at it again tomorrow. Crmd. Okay. Friday. All right, because again, I got to plan it for 18 hours. Let me see how it consolidates. If you requested this and you've been planning on it or you're already in, looks really good. So I'm a fan. Okay, cool. Next on the list, I will do is Uber, because I already know what he's going to say about it. So here's UBER. Look at this bounce. So check this out. I actually had a coaching session with a guy named Steve, an old guy named Steve. And I love Steve. Steve's a great dude. Steve James. So he was looking at buying into some Uber because he uses Uber a lot. So when the stock was right here, I said, hey, Steve, where's old resistance, new support? Who can answer that question for me? Throw it in the chat pane. This is exactly what we saw at the time we had the session. Again, full disclosure, I have no positions in Uber. Where do you think Steve said, where's old resistance, new support? What do you guys think? Old resistance, new support. Where is it? Where is my boy buying? Bam, right there, 34-ish. 34.16. Does that make sense, Jonathan, or everyone else who's out there looking at the trade? Now, again, I know it seems simple. What if it doesn't pull back to that point? Then you don't get in. What if it does pull back to that point? Then you get in. Real simple. So set up a limit buy. Old resistance, new support. Boom, boom, boom. Is he terrified?
I'd be getting filled on that candle.
It's scary, though.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. When you buy a candle like this, it is scary. You get worried, you get upset, you get fearful, but you got to stick to your plan because one of two things happen. You lose or you win. That's what happens in trading. You don't win if you don't get in. You also don't lose if you don't get in. So the thing you have to consider is which one are you fearing more right now? And if you're feeling, oh man, I'm terrified of losing, then you got to start flexing that muscle, getting uncomfortable and doing things that terrify you. Okay, so we actually did go down 2 more days and then boom. So your boy Steve is in nicely. That's $3 a share gain. And I think he bought 100 shares. That's $300. That's Uber for an entire month. There you go. Next on the list is Boeing. I'm going to let my boy Robert handle Boeing because this is one of his favorite companies.
Boeing, this one also has that classic middle finger pattern, like way back here.
Ooh.
Look at that thing. Man, that was just an FU to the Bulls, unfortunately. So Boeing, he had what I think this is like a fake breakdown right in here. So if I draw this line, everybody sees this descending triangle kind of like over here. So I do think that Boeing is going to recover a little bit. However, I don't think it's going to do anything super tremendously bullish and or sexy. They don't have a dividend anymore. So holding this one a little bit longer term is not as attractive to me where you can just buy and wait and get paid. I think that Woodshed, Philip probably sold some calls today as we were over the 50, but we are testing the 100 SMA from the bottom. So, and we got to close below. I think that this retest gap probably does fill right here, and then we kind of just chop around. Again, I think that these are going to be very, very choppy for a while until a vaccine is out there and until more travelers are traveling. Because until that happens, airlines don't need new planes, and I don't know why they would order them. So I think that it goes very, very sideways, and it's pretty choppy. I don't think it drops a lot. The options market doesn't think so. When this happened right here on September 24th, I was looking for premium down between 100 and 115, and there was not a lot unless you went over earnings, which I really didn't want to do. So yeah, I don't really see a ton on Boeing.
Got it. No, next on the list, GSX. What do you think?
GSX. Isn't this the company that
Muddy Waters?
Muddy Waters, yeah, thinks that this is fraudulent. So let's see. Let's go to the weekly. I have a giant upper wick here. Let's get some exponential moving averages. This is a nice bullish candle. We're bouncing off the 10 on the weekly, the daily. If you're trying GSX, I think this is the zone where you're looking to buy with a stop somewhere down in here. You also have a little bit of a chat, just a little bit, so I can get my bib tool. So yeah, you're retesting this 50. The red line's a 50 moving out exponential. So this is about a 50% retrace of this move right here. So this is when this stock, when this candle changed direction. This is when it changed direction again. So this is probably where you're buying with a stop somewhere down here. I'm not personally playing GSX because I don't know anything about it. It's some type of Chinese education company. So if you're buying, again, buy it as low as possible. Have a little bit of a wider stop, and depending on your risk tolerance, it might be something that you don't want to trade on margin, just in case. I mean, Muddy Waters called LK pretty well, so I have no idea if they're right on this one, but you never know. I think Falco wants to review Jeremy Newsom's Nikola trade. Yeah, Boeing, I don't know that there's very much options premium for Iron Condor, but you could look and see. When the vaccine comes out, do you think that's going to be too late for these kinds of stocks? No, I think that most of them are probably going to survive. Muddy Waters said Enox was a fraud, and they slapped through some online education in China. I received the bulletin. Yeah, Tesla looks like it's kind of pooping its pants a little bit after hours. So.
It is. It is. I think they're coming out with some delivery numbers right now. Cool. All right. So here,
I didn't get a bulletin. Did you get a bulletin?
I probably got a bulletin. ARC ETF. Now, again, this one is a lot of Tesla and a lot of Square. So if you're looking at playing one of these bad boys, I'm thinking some version of a pullback. Now, I would say start looking to slightly leg in, right? You can be in some small size on ARC at this particular point, because this is a close above all kinds of resistance levels. Most specifically, this resistance level here at 94.20. So 94.20, strong close. It closed above there. And again, this is a lot of Tesla, a lot of Square, a lot of other really innovative companies. And in my opinion, this is a great looking chart. Phenomenal gap. Really good trend. And I love everything Kathy does. So I'm a fan of this. I like the ETF. I like the distribution.
It would be sick if we could get her on for an interview.
Oh, I'd be so sick. I've tried.
Okay.
I did reach out to her. That was back when she wasn't awesome. You know, when no one knew who she was. But I'll try again. If anyone has a Kathy Wood connection, let me know. I think she's amazing. I think this ETF is really great, and I'm extremely intrigued to see what happens. So that is my thoughts on ARC. All right, next on the list is good old Workhorse, WKHS, and oh, you can't even tab over anymore? Oh no.
Yeah, this I don't like this.
Horrible. Okay. So Workhorse is about to consolidate for a little bit. Here's the support resistance, and you had a perfect, I mean, if you watch any of the intermediate classes, short-term retest was glorious, followed by a nice move, followed by the longer-term retest. So my thoughts are probably do something like this for a little bit, and then you probably have to go with the trend on this one. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just simply saying that the trend is bullish. The company, I mean, are they going to get the UPS actual deliveries, the UPS contract or not, or the postal service connect? I'm not sure. Very speculative at this point, but chart is good, trend is good, and a lot of you have made tons of money focusing on the 30-minute and 15-minute on this particular company, which is really cool. A lot of traders are focusing almost primarily on just trading this on a 30-minute or 15-minute time frame, which is doing quite well. Nice double bottom here, good close, nice pivot pattern there, nice consolidation there. So look for something like this. And again, if you're playing 30-minute, 15-minute, smaller time frames on Workhorse, you're focusing on this company, my friends, you can focus on any company you want and make money trading the patterns over and over and over. All right, RMBL, ramble on. Here's the daily chart. Oh, brutal. So this is one we were looking at yesterday to get in above these candles. And so we're going to have to set up a limit buy. I don't think it's going to fill. But those are the hammers. that is the trade, and that will be an official trade. I just don't think it's going to. So 28.79, sorry, 28.29 by 24.02. Sammy says, I missed it today. It was a great trade. I just didn't look at it. If you saw this hammer on your scan, you probably set this trade up, and then you got the inside candle, which is just like the layup, and then pop goes the weasel. So really, really good trade. I will throw this into Slack. Good old Slack at. Oh, this is going to come from Falco.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, that's okay.
That way, if it doesn't work, you can blame me.
New, perfect. Swing trade. Okay, and then I'm going to throw it in the journal. So you guys aren't going to see this. I'm doing it on another screen. Control V. Okay. Bang. Today is October 1st. Welcome to October, ladies and gentlemen. It is here, and it's starting off really, really nicely, by the way.
How do you like the feel of that mechanical keyboard?
I kind of like it. I feel like I could be pretty quick on this thing. 24.02. Yeah, I dig it. This is probably why you fly so fast, huh?
He hates the sound of the keyboard, though, because it's loud.
It's just every time you click a button, it makes the sound. All right, cool. Jacob A says, I'm never going back. Joseph says, I love the clickety. Yeah, the clickety clackety, man. It's nice. All right, I'm going to look at one more, and then my boy Falco will do the next one. RXT, Rackspace Technology. Rackspace, a little bit of a decent double bottom. I like this hammer a lot back on September 4th. So what I'm thinking on this one is very, very nice possible double bottom. Let's watch this for a retest very, very closely. Next 2 or 3 days, realistically, and we could get a nice trade. I haven't been trading this one or planning this one, but I do like the 30-minute chart. It looks really, really clean. Good retest, good moving averages, good volume. Yeah, keep your eyes on the Rackspace for sure. I'll put that on my list for tomorrow, and I'll see if I can do an official swing trade setup on it.
All right. The next one?
Next one is LTHM.
LTHM. Livent Corporation. I don't think I've ever heard of this one. Go to the weekly.
Ooh.
A little bit of what's called a tough trend.
Ooh.
Let's go to the daily.
I like this close.
And this gap is nice. It is a retest gap, so I think that I would wait for some type of retest. I don't personally see like the volume that I would like over here. It had it, but it didn't break back out for a while. So I would probably avoid this. If I had to trade it, I would probably say just buy in this gap. Some type of limit buy. And if it fills, it fills. If it doesn't fill, great. You just do something larger like 813 by.
That is large.
Yeah. But I mean, who knows what this company is going to do, because it could gap down to, $5 or something. But
Is it Live Event Corporation? Is that what they're trying to do?
Livent Corporation?
To play on words? Nope.
Chemicals?
Okay.
No idea. But the thing that would keep me from it is this trend line. I can pretty much connect these fairly easy is what it looks like.
Yeah. Nice.
So, yeah, I don't think that one does a whole lot. But if you like it, that's how I would do it. Play it on a retest of this gap.
Right on. What about LAC?
LAC, Lithium Americas.
Got to get that lithium for Tesla batteries.
Yeah.
That's what everyone's saying, at least.
Yeah, so look at this. Look at this
Whoa,
volume.
That
It
is serious.
massive. Let's look at this weekly. You probably have to play this one on an hourly if you're going to try to catch a pullback. And I would probably try to buy it off of this. Limit buy there. Let it stop down here. You could just do $1. That's fairly close. And I would try to play this on an hourly. I think this is probably a little more double black diamondish of a trade. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just because it does have a lot of volume coming in. This is an inside candle of this giant's this massive long day candle. It does have a big upper wick. If it gaps out of here, you could day trade it for sure. But I would buy it on a pullback because it does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bullish days in a row. But because it has so much volume, that's why I would play it on the hourly.
Love it, man. I think that's a great call with the hourly play. Next on the list, OMI. Owens and Minor.
Never heard of this one either.
Oh, yeah. They've been around for a bit. Blue chippy.
Learning all these new stocks.
Look at that savagery.
Oh, man. Look at it just getting walked down.
It's coming back alive, though.
Yeah, I mean, this gap and this volume, I mean, this probably never fills.
No.
Is what I'm guessing at this point. Maybe not even this one either. So I would say, let's see, what's the high? I had this 25.20, 25.30. So I would buy this on a retest as well, and I would just use a moving average, like buy it off the 10. You might have to flex a little bit on this one, depending on where the 10 is. And then I would just stick your top somewhere down in here.
Brett says, cousin used to be the VP of strategy for Owens Healthcare Company. Ah, interesting.
You got any insider info for us?
Yeah. Should we buy or sell this thing? Can we time travel and we can buy it at 8? Wow.
Let's take a look at the little
You have to refresh probably.
MI. Owens and Minor. Let's go daily. Take a look at some trending here. That over just real quick. Let's do week of the year. Is there any type of trend we can discern? Not really.
Nothing too crazy. You're going to go into 2017. You can go back farther if you want.
About it like a heat map or something. All the way down there. Yeah, that's not going to help us. What about a nice little raindrop candle? Yeah, so see how there's lots of volume at the lower part of this candle? That's the second half of the day. So I would expect that if you do a limit buy, you'll probably get filled. You could even just buy it off the 20. It's actually probably a little bit better. That.
Got it. I like it. Next on the list, Virgin Galactic, SPCE. So there are some people in it. There are some people who are waiting. This really depends on your strategy and plan with this bad boy right here.
I helped a mentor, student or mentee set up an options trade. I think that she was looking at the October 30th $20 calls for $1. Was it $1.50? It was $1.50 by like 50 cents, 75 cents.
Okay.
Worth of risk, and it was on a little bit more of a pullback. So I don't know if we're at it this point because it should have filled it.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see. Keep your eyes on this one because again, we talked about a lot of similarities over here. So if you get a small gap up and like a little bit of a bear candle tomorrow, you could probably buy it just because it would have almost the exact same shape, and then your stop would pretty much just be here. So if you buy into that weakness tomorrow, you could have a tight stop. If it works, great. If it doesn't.
The other thing is if you notice, like it had this run up into earnings because it's got a really large short float. So it had a run up into earnings. They have no earnings, so it dropped, and we're approaching earnings again. So that could work again.
Yeah. Yep. We shall see. Will be a very interesting play. UPS, new software as a service company. UPS is absolutely on Cruisy McCruise Town.
Goodness.
This thing went from 90 to 167 in days. And it's just my guess. I don't know if this is the case. Holiday season's coming up.
Yeah.
And no one's going anywhere. Everyone's buying everything. Someone has to deliver things, I think.
They're raising their prices. So.
Yep. So UPS, just a great bounce. Plus, it's been consolidating forever. It retested forever. It bounced off the old long-term moving averages forever. I don't have any position on UPS. I know my buddy Hector played this one really well. And Joseph says, will there be a pullback? There will. The pullback that you'd really want to buy UPS is about around 150. That's the bigger pullback, which we could get like this. That late November dip that I kind of expect on the market, that would play out well for that. Other than that, though, this is a nice little stair step flag pennant pattern thing. And overall, I like the actual trend. So UPS, don't be bearish. Next on the list, I have no idea what this company does.
Be bullish on desks.
Be bullish on desks. Why are you not buying desks? Type in a 6 if you remember me talking about the trade desk. Every single day for the last few days. This one's beautiful. And talked about getting into a debit spread on this one. 520, 720 debit spread for 2022 on the trade desk. It had a very nice gap today. In the morning room, I was mentioning anything that's gapping above a monthly pivot is going to be a strong gap. This gapped above the monthly all-time high. So there was really nothing stopping the trade desk. Man. And check out this.
There's just no pre-market? How did we see this one?
We did see this one.
Did?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
I just boxed.
Otherwise, I would have traded that for sure.
Yeah, it's a really nice one. Great entry.
I even retested.
Lily played this very, very well. So the trade desk, just a nice little gap, nice little chart, nice open. Good continuation. So really, really nice gap, small upper shadow. Again, expect it to retest, but be long on desks. That's all I got to say about that. All right, next on the list is Overstock. This was a payday machine for some traders today. And if you can, type in a 9 if you remember me talking about this one relatively recently, saying, hey guys, this is going to break out very soon. Maybe you guys should be watching this to see if it's going to gap out soon. Like, keep an eye on this one. Going to be ready. We'll talk about a straddle strangle. Options were terrible, so we didn't play any options, but you can still buy shares or set alerts. And that's what a few traders did today on Overstock. Here's the first 5-minute candle. This candle says, hey, be long. And from there, it just kind of slowly grinded higher all day. Really, really nice job. Mike Gurley made, I think, 1,000 or 2 on Overstock. I know Marta's in this one. Ed's in this one. A few other traders are in on this one. Congrats. Great volume, great gap, great breakout, good consolidation, good close. Even on just a regular old swing trade. I mean, if you're just doing shares of this thing, this would be some type of buy the dip with a stop most likely into this area right here. And if you're playing Overstock, buy low, sell high. I mean, buy the pullback, watch it tomorrow. This thing has a lot of strength. He's gonna be day trading tomorrow in the trading room. So Overstock could be one to keep an eye on. And I'm gonna let you do FedEx, which will be very similar to
UPS. Very similar to UPS. So it looks like a bull flag. Again, this thing has a little bit of a bull trend to it, very similar to UPS. Came all the way down to the 200 on the monthly, bounced off of it, super increasing volume. It's not at an all-time high, so there is a little bit of resistance in here. I did short it over, I think I shorted it on this day for a day trade. That was pretty successful, but we've retested this retest gap at this point. We bounced. This looks like a flag pattern. That's 4 bearish candles. So there's definitely some people selling and maybe some people looking for a short. So if it does gap out of here, I think that you could be relatively bullish on FedEx. Obviously, if you want to be a little more conservative, something like that. If you want to be more aggressive, I mean, something like this, you could probably look to set up. Where's short-term moving averages? Yeah, it's just riding the 10. Or if for some reason it does break down and you get into the 20, I mean, we haven't touched the 20 since
ever. We've never hit it
since June. Yeah, forever ago. So you could really, you could probably just buy it off the 20 and be okay there. So that's something that you can take a look at on FedEx.
All right. What about ICE?
ICE, baby.
Yeah.
So Intercontinental Exchange.
Oh,
This is a stock exchange. So very, very sideways. All the moving averages are sideways. Take a weekly. High this 101.93. The high of this candle 102.31. So if we do gap out of, if we gap out of here, I would definitely say just buy a retest. So see if this gaps out. Do my best little Mr. Squiggle. So gaps out of here and then retest and then look to play it long. So I would wait for it to break out though and get a close like above this wick, hopefully this wick and this wick. So close up in here and then play the retest is what I would look to do on ice.
Totally agree. Nuance Communications.
NUAN.
Yeah, nice. We should play the ticker game after this.
Buy it off the 20 because no one's ever bought it off the 20 before and made money. So
it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Strategy doesn't work.
Just let it retest the 20 or the 50. I mean,
yeah, 50 would be the key.
50 would be phenomenal, but buy it off the 20. It's in a very strong bull trend. If you're in it, stay long. Maybe look to sell some premium because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bullish weeks in a row. So like the opposite of Chevron, Exxon, and BP.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you, sir. All right. Let's go look at TM, which is Toyota Motors. Ticker symbol TM and Toyota trading sideways. Wow. So Toyota looks the exact opposite of Tesla. Not really. It's actually a slow grinder. I mean, it's very similar to a Toyota car. If you buy it, you'll probably like it, be in it for a while, and it won't treat you bad. Buy low, sell high on Toyota. Really, really small candles. You could take a little bit of breakout here, but you'd want to buy more around 128 and then just kind of hang on to it for a while.
It gaps every day, so use a little bit of large.
Yep. And just probably just hold that one for a bit. Like you don't want to actively trade Toyota. You probably just want to be in it and just leave it alone. I do have 700 shares of Chewy, and I love this close. I love the volume. I've been in Chewy since this hammer, and I've been adding to it over time. Very, very nice close. Good candle.
Noise?
I can't. Can you?
No.
Joseph can though. Joseph can make the sound. This is a gorgeous candle. It looks really,
I
really
would just
pretty.
buy it right off of all those wicks on a retest.
Yeah. So if you're not in on Chewy and you want to be, just buy the pullback. I won't set that up official because I'm already in it. And yeah, guys, I like Chewy. One of those good time to be an owner rather than consumer. And remember, I sold it there and then just kind of rebought in as it was pulling back. So today I was finally profitable because I bought some here, bought some here, bought some here, bought some there, and I didn't add anything to it today. But yeah, I'm finally profitable on Chewy after I crushed it, pull back. A bit of a longer term play, right? Being what you know, I know how Chewy makes money. I like their customer service. I reward companies that have good customer service, and this is one of them. So that's what I think on Chewy. Next on the list, we have Monster Beverages, which again, if you want a really cool
This thing is a monster.
This is a monster. This is a scary chart. If you want a cool party favor, trick / trivia question, this stock is the best performing company in the S&P 500 in the last 25 years. Yeah. So if you want to ask people that little random fact, it's Monster Beverages. And if you're like, no way, Newsom, check out the monthly chart. It was like negative 13 cents. It was a penny stock, but it's had a lot of splits already. It's had strong growth. And you'd think that this would be bought out by Coke or Pepsi or something, but it's not. So yeah, Monster Beverage, scary and looks really, really good. Joseph says they are pretty mean. I have a story to tell you about that sometime, Jeremy. Monster Beverages? Or Chew? Oh yeah, okay, cool, man. Can't wait to hear all about it. All right, I'll do 2 more and then I'll throw it back to my boy, IB. I probably typed it in wrong. What could IB be?
LB maybe? IBKR?
Sure, I'll look at that. IBKR, Interactive Brokers. Everyone uses this one. And, well, not everyone. A lot of people have an account at IB. Look at this pull down to the 100 simple on a monthly chart. Really beautiful. Also, coincidentally, previous all-time resistance, old resistance, new support down at 35. Long term, we all know that this company is going to make money. I mean, they just steal our money every day by not filling us on Tesla.
Seriously.
They're just stealing our money. I really love, fully love this consolidation pattern on Interactive Brokers. So if you're looking at playing it, play this breakout. That's a gorgeous trade. That's very nice. In fact,
Make money in IB with IB.
yeah, who wants to do that with me? Let's make it happen. I'll come back and look at that tomorrow just because it's my 18-hour rule. And on the list, okay. Perfect. All right, next on the docket is Alibaba, BABA. And Edward, a few of the traders are in Alibaba long. I know Andre is in this one. This is a stock that I mentioned at the retreat as well with a really good debit spread. Stephen King and a few other moderators are in Alibaba. Love the retest of the candle. Love the volume. Love the trend. Love the gap. Love the company. Love the fundamentals. If you ain't long, you wrong on Alibaba. Don't know how to pronounce that name.
Corona Blito.
That's someone that we know to make that name. That's a funny name.
Is it Pablito?
Yeah, is that Pablo? Funny name. It is Pablo.
He's already had some Coronas.
I love it. Pablo says, I sold a put today at the low of the day. So Pablo's in a put sale, and Alex bought a leap on the retest. Okay, cool deal. So there we go. There's Baba. Trend is strong. If you're in it, be patient and let it go higher. Next on the list, your boy Falco is about to look at car gurus.
Guru?
Nope. C-A-R-G.
C-A-R-G, that's right.
Arg.
Yeah, I obviously don't look at this one very often. So this one is in a little bit of a what they call a downtrend, it looks like. I know that used cars are hot right now. I don't think they're hot with car gurus, obviously. They use that rumble on technology, evidently. All the moving averages are trending down. I would not be bullish on this until it starts to break this this trend line. I don't think it's pretty short either. Just in case something crazy comes out and like CarMax buys them or something. But yeah, I don't really see very much to be bullish on car gurus. So wait for it to go sideways. Maybe you get that in here and then you start to get a pop out and you can play a little bit of a double bottom. But right now it's looking a little rough.
All right. Next on the list, we have LB, Limited Brands.
LB surprisingly is very strong. So this is one that was also in a power downtrend. I day traded this one, broke out of this this trend down here, and this had a really nice gap and go over here. It also had a relatively high short float. I don't think the short float that large anymore. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's only 5%, so the short float is not massive anymore on this, but this gap I don't think is going to fill unless this thing goes out of business or something. But it is trading into, let's see, the moving average here. Oh, the weekly 200. So there's definitely going to be some resistance there, as this was in a power downtrend. There's going to be some folks looking to short that. So if you're going to go long, play it on a little bit of a pullback. I would personally wait to see what it does around that weekly 200, see where it closes this week. We close through it, and then like we put in a couple bearish candles and take a break out of those potentially for LB.
Love it. All right, next on the list, we got ETC. Yeah, do ETC USD.
Ethereum. So
Ethereum Classic.
Oh, Ethereum Classic. I do not have Ethereum Classic. I sold my Ethereum. This is your specialty, so I have no idea. I don't mess with anything outside of Bitcoin and again sometimes regular Ethereum. But.
Yeah, the challenge on this one is I've never been a big ETC fan personally. Now, again, it's going to move a little bit concordantly with Ethereum to a degree, but I never liked the spinoffs. I wasn't a huge fan of Bitcoin Cash or Ethereum Classic, just my opinion. So letting this trade sideways for a while. If Ethereum starts really, really running, that'll be your best hope for this thing to start running. But you need a close above this week's candle. So this is a weekly chart. $6.66. Got to get a close above that. Need a good close above this candle for anything bullish to happen at all. So let it do its thing, and we'll find out from there. Give it, let it do its thing. Sam says it's the Royal Coca-Cola. Yeah, the thing is, Ethereum Classic is the original. If you are a truist, I'm all about the ETH though. So the actual original blockchain is Ethereum Classic, thus its name. But I just like Ethereum better. Has better adoption, has better intrinsic keys, has better coins, has better platforms, has better things built on it. All around better. Redfin, whoo, man. It's almost like I came out with a video about this recently. Oh my goodness. Now, Craig, tell me that you're in some Redfin. I know that you've been buying this one. Craig says, I am. Do you feel amazing about that, Craig? Rinse and repeat. My boy Craig bought some here, sold some here, bought some here, sold some there, bought some there. I might be selling it too. Good job, Craig. Good job, Pablo. And
or sell some calls against it. So many bullish days in a row.
Joseph Legendary Musso is also in on Redfin. Congrats.
Thomas and I had put sales on Redfin. We bought to close those today for, I think we sold them for 45 cents and we bought them back for 5 cents. So a nice little 80% capture.
That's huge. That's amazing. It's really amazing. I love this company, guys. We really got the heads up on it back around 20, and I've been kind of tracking it since then. But once it really took out this resistance, I mean, if you want a fun stock to back trade and a disruption of a company, look at this, just Dow Theory S-Curve 101. I mean, unreal. It's almost like we bought some leaps over here on the pullback. Remember that, Edward? Pablo says, what's the difference between this and Zillow? The main difference between Redfin and Zillow is Redfin is more of an insurance, a real estate agency in essence. So they actually try to do more of the buying and selling of the actual property. Zillow is more of an information gatherer, data lister, and you can probably talk a bit more about that as well.
Zillow's starting to do more like we'll buy your house from you, but their data is not really all that good. Redfin actually gets a little bit better data, and rather than a real estate agent just listing your house and getting a commission, a lot of industry standards were around 3%. Sam saying they charge, it depends on the market, like 1 to 1.5%, and their agents are on like a salary, and then they get some little bonuses and things like that. So Redfin is definitely better than Zillow, in my opinion. I think Zillow is kind of a dumb stock. Zillow mainly makes most of their money by advertising to real estate agents, so that when you go on Zillow and look stuff up and you click on a real estate agent and then someone calls you, like they pay for that. So
yeah, definitely interesting. And yeah, really cool. Pablo says, cool insight. Thanks, guys. You're welcome. Sam says they charge 1% transaction fees too, I think. Yeah. Yep. So anyway, Redfin, type in a 9 if you watched my video about death of the real estate agent. I did post it kind of everywhere. Again, I'm not saying that real estate agents, all of them are going to go away, but I think that this is a disruptive technology. It's an industry. This guy's a real estate agent, so he's smart. He makes his money trading.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next on the list actually is Zillow, ironically enough.
Oh.
So Zillow. Yes. So Zillow, I did also sell on September 2nd. Did not get anything in here, and then started adding once it broke above this hammer. So yeah, Zillow and Redfin. I mean, look great. If you're in them, be in them. They're amazing. Craig says Falco is my hero. Yours too? I'm with you, man.
Thanks, man.
I'm with you. MVIS micro. Oh, this is that beautiful one we looked at yesterday. This is that pennant pattern one.
Nothing I love more than a good penny stock.
Isn't that your favorite? You think this is a penny stock? Look at this monthly
Anything
chart.
under $5 is technically.
How is this a penny stock?
Hey, I'm just saying what the SEC says. Anything under $5 is a penny stock.
Kind of exaggerating. I mean, look at this. It's just
yeah.
Can you imagine buying there at 2000?
Yeah, they're not marginable, so that's one reason like some traders don't like them. So institutional investors like can't invest in them and certain things like that. So I just don't know.
Yeah. If you're looking at playing this one, this is one that we did set up yesterday.
The alleged buyout from Microsoft. Oh, just because it has micro in the name.
Nice. Yeah, someone posted that on Motley Fool probably.
Yeah, probably.
It's a buyout. Microsoft's going to buy Microvision. This is the new hot stock, 60-cent buy. Yeah, probably. Well, it did work. Josh says buying at 2000 on MVS was Jeremy on silver. Yeah, man. Yep. Speaking of silver, SLV. So silver started to dip, got bought up. I like it. This is the rotation that Ricky and I were both looking for, ironically enough, at the exact same time. So going to keep a very close eye on this one. I do like the bounce. I kind of wanted to sell today, but I like how gold closed. I do. I like how gold closed. I like how silver closed. Kind of more or less hoping for best case scenario on those two, but we have absolute zero. We have some time, so I'm all right to wait for just a little bit. Mike says, Motley Fool just alerted me to buy Pinterest now. Wow.
Buy it now, all-time high.
Wow.
Although this is a great candle on in interest.
Great candle, good close. Is anyone in this one? Type in a 4 if you're in Pinterest. How many 4s can I type in? Can I type in 10,000 4s? Yeah, Michael's in Pinterest. Very nice. Doug's in this one. My boy Falco's in it. He's a beast. Albert's in it. Very nice. I'm also in Pinterest. I have some positions in Pinterest that are bullish. I like it.
Is there any bullish position that you could possibly be in Pinterest that you're
not? No. No. So I have shares, I have calls, I have put sales, I got out of the money, I have in the money. If it can be done bullishly, I'm in on Pinterest. So I did sell everything on September 2nd, and I just rebought on the pullback. So Pinterest looking really, really nice. Loving that one. All right, Lemonade was one that we were keeping our eyes on, and I think we got the candle that we were looking for on Lemonade today. We've been talking about this one last 2 or 3 days. So I'm going to be buying the pullback on Lemonade. Okay, so this will be an official trade. Second one of the day. 5016 by 4726. Lemonade. All right. Sorry to cut you off, dude. New official swing trade. And I'm going to throw that in here. I messed that up. All right. 10/1/2020. LMND. Still getting kind of used to this keyboard. All right. 5016 limit buy by 4726. Looks good. And how did I not post the other one? I'm still trying to figure that out. Okay. Gina, I like it. So Gina's talking about the RLT retreat in Charlotte, which is coming up. If you guys are interested in that, she's looking for someone to split the hotel with. So why not? Save some money and stay with another trader who's awesome. I like it. Okay, so that's Lemonade. Spotify, all you, my man.
All right, good old Spot. So they're trying to cancel Joe Rogan. I don't think it's going to work. Look at this double bottom off of the 100. Jeremy's over here fist pumping. I heard he has some leaps. So you got this nice double bottom. I really actually like, let's clear this out. I really like this candle right here. So we got to close above this candle. So if you're not already in, I would just look to buy the dip. I know Jeremy's already in Spotify, but I would look to buy a retest, probably like right in here. Something like that.
Are you gonna get some leaps on Spotify?
I think I'd probably just trade shares.
Okay. Cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah, so we can go ahead and leave that on there because I think I'm gonna put that one in. So
okay. You make that official? You can if you want.
I have another better one.
Oh, all right.
It's on there. It's almost.
Oh, it's coming?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can do this one. I'll do the next one.
Okay, cool. All right. Next is PayPal. PYPL. And PayPal, I am in this one with a debit spread, 200, 280, January 2022 debit spread on PayPal. Like PayPal, like the company, like the bounce, like the 100. So really kind of expecting this and this. Earnings around the corner. I expect them to do pretty okay on earnings again. I don't think they're going to blow it out the water like COVID earnings. That was obvious. But yeah, I'll be in it for a while. And if it chops around, gaps down, and does something weak on earnings, I will buy to close this back for a gain and then get in again at a later point in time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to go to the next stock. And the next stock is Wix, W-I-X.
Yeah, so I mean, this is already set up. It's already in my broker. Wix has a fantastic consolidation right here. I think there were some folks that also thought that this gap down below the 100, and I kind of thought that too, was going to roll over. I didn't short it or anything, but I think they thought it was going to roll over. You got this inside candle, nice little gap, and then we're just going sideways. And then today, boom. Fantastic close. So we are just looking to buy the pullback. If you go to exponential moving averages, you got the 10, the 20, and the 50. So we're basically just buying right in front of the 50. So 263.75 by 220.45. So a little bit of a wider stop, but as you can see, Wix, if the bids fall out, it can drop. It can throw in some really big candles. So
yeah,
I just want to make sure that I don't get like stopped out in one day and then it bounces. Crazy like that.
Yeah.
So we can go ahead and make this.
All right. Sweet.
Let's go throw it in Slack.
Sweet. All right. Really quick, while he's doing that, folks, true or false? I need you to type this into the chat pane. True or false? The real life trading website is built on Wix. What do you guys think? True or false? As you guys are typing that in, there's a reason I want you to type it in. Okay. We have a lot of answers. Most of them are all coming in. The answer is true. Perfect. So here's what I got. Out of those people who typed in the word true, type in the number 7 if you have not been in a mentoring group before. If you have not done a mentoring group and you have not done a mentor group, type in a 7. All right. The first 2 people who typed it in, oh boy. I have to have, give me 1 second. Once you're done, I'm going to look through. Okay. So I got to look through who typed in a true and who typed in. All right. So Sammy and Zach Bruno. Zach and Sammy both said yes. All right, so here's what happens. Sammy and Zach Bruno just got themselves a paid for by me mentorship with Dan Jansen.
Ooh.
Yep, so his mentorship group starts tonight. So Sammy and Zach, if you could do a very small favor for me, send a message to Matt DeLong right now. Dan Jansen's mentorship group starts tonight along with Robert Falco, but his is full. And Dan did have 2 spots left. So I'm going to pay that for you because I hope you guys do know we do pay our moderators, right? we don't work for, no one works for free, right? I'm not slave labor. So Jonathan says, I just joined his group. Nice. Very nice. So Jonathan, you're going to get to hang out with Zach Bruno and Sammy and a few other people in Dan Jansen's group. Type in 3 if that's cool. Zach and Sammy, make sure you message my boy Matt DeLong and he will get you hooked up right away. Awesome. Cool stuff. Okay, next on the list is Google. Let's see what you got on Google.
All right, so Google, just basically buy this on any dip. And if you're bullish on the internet, I mean, buy Google. Google, along with Facebook, I think pretty much are going to suck up almost all the advertising dollars that are out there. You have a really nice double bottom. Oh, let's see if there's a long-term average. Wow, it's weird. 200, yeah.
Weird.
So really strange that we threw in a double bottom. We got to close right on the 100 SMA. I'm in some long-term positions on this, and I actually got a really, really nice fill. So all my like dip buys or my like puke orders and things like that, I make sure that I put those as GTC EXT on TOS. If you're on IB, I think it's like RTH.
Yep, outside regular.
Yeah, outside regular trading hours. Because I actually got filled to like 13.95. So like my fill doesn't even show up on here because it was pre-market. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, buy the dip on Google. I think it looks good. If we gap up into this area, I think it's definitely day tradable. It'll be a retest gap, let it retest a little bit, and then take it long. I don't think I have a swing set up on it, but I'm in long shares, not a ton. But I think I'm down to my second pyramid entry on Google. I hope they spin off YouTube personally. I don't think they will, but I hope they do.
No, I hope they don't. But it's okay. We can disagree to disagree. PLTR. I'm gonna let Robert talk about how terrible this company is.
All right, so PLTR, Palantir. I know there were some folks that were excited about this. So I went out and I got the S1 yesterday, and I threw it in Slack. Again, this is another. First of all, here's the C. Look at his hair. Like,
first of all, don't invest in people with hair like that.
he looks like he stuck his finger in an electric socket. But he said that, it's the most important software company ever. Yet they've been around for 17 years and they haven't made any money. So where is the post from yesterday? This is this morning. Last night. I threw their S1 in, and then David Potvin read through, and he had a couple good comments here. All right, it's taking a little bit longer than I thought. There's so much great information in here. It's just
it's really hard to search for too.
It's fantastic. So long story short, here it goes. So David read through it, and whenever you read an S1, like that's their like disclosure statement to investors, because that's where they put their financials and everything else. So he said, so they have never made money. They don't think they will make money. They have a hard time making sales, and not many people know about them. Judging by how things are in this market, $240 a share by December. Obviously, he's kidding, but yeah, I think it's a big on Palantir. So, and we know that if you do want it, it's going to go lower than its IPO open. So, it's not very expensive as far as like per share. So, if you wanted to take a flyer and say, "Hey, I'm going to buy it at $9 and put $900 in there and see what happens." Otherwise, it's not as new of a company as a lot of people think. It's been around 17 years. It hasn't been around like 4 or 5 years like some people expect those software companies to be.
Yeah, they still haven't made money. Now, as far as the chart's concerned, play this one like anything else. If it breaks out above here, play like a day trade. If it breaks out, buy it, get in, get out very quickly, and that's absolutely okay. All right, so we only have one more, and this request was General Motors. And General Motors actually does have a little bit of a double bottom. So this is a pretty decent close with this hammer coming in. So if you're interested in playing General Motors, buy the dip, stop down there. And since it is Transportation Thursday, it's a very, very nice stock to look at. I'm not going to personally trade General Motors. I do like the weekly candle. Monthly candle looks okay. Again, I don't think General Motors is going to go out of business. They still sell cars, but not nearly as much as Tesla.
Plus, they're going to be making Nikola's trucks.
Yeah, exactly.
That roll downhill.
Yeah, they're going to be making the hydrogen inflated vehicles that don't actually exist, that never been conceptualized. So we shall see, but I like the double bottom and it looks interesting. So that is the thoughts for General Motors. Okay, give me a few seconds and let me copy and paste what you guys want to look at for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Finance Friday, and then after tomorrow, I will be back in Vegas next week. What do you guys have for me? Go.
I can read them to you. NLS.
Oh, no, you have to read them. No, whatever. What do you want to say?
Yeah, no, I can read them to you.
Okay.
NLS, FTCH, NTDOY, WFC, Cake, Cup, XPEV, Rocket, NCLH, Apple, Tesla, NetEase, AVGO, Work.
Cool. All right. Lucian says thanks, guys. Yeah.
Bed Bath.
My pleasure. All right, my friends and family, thanks so much for being here. By the way, keep coming back. We are going to be giving away some more prizes at some point, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, love life, and trade it. You guys rock. Goodbye.